Hello, everybody, and welcome to the MLB DFS Slate breakdown for Wednesday. We are going to be going over the main slate. It is September 3rd, and I'm your host, Tyler Wiemann, here to break it down for you. Excited to get after it. We do have one more day until NFL, and there's no better time to come join us at LineStar. $39.99 per month gets you access to all we do, the props, the DFS, you get it all at one low price, or you can go the yearly option, get the full NFL season, get the full NBA season, you get the end of baseball, next year's baseball, you get it all 1 year. Mello, thank you for joining us. Happy to have you here. I'm excited to break it down. If you don't want to pay the monthly, if you need to try us out for free, there is a 7-day trial option through the app stores. Or if you are a new customer to Chalkboard, they do have a free $20 bonus, no deposit required, and you get a free month of LineStar. Just get their offer, promo code LineStar, and after you are done, fill out this little form letting us know you did, and we get the data back from them that you're a new customer. We'll get you the month. Now, let's dive in. We're going to start off with the perfect lineups on FanDuel and DraftKings, then get over to the winning lineups before we do pitchers to consider for today, the high-owned, some pivots, and then we'll go with stacks. Yesterday's FanDuel perfect lineup did have Max Fried. Man was in a tough spot versus Houston, but it didn't matter. He was victorious, had a win, had a quality start, 7 innings, 1 earned run, 5 Ks on a poor pitching slate. That was enough to get it done. Now, what else do we have as far as our stack? We had a 2-man Yankees, 2-man A's, and then all one-offs with 34,700 being the salary used and 342.6. The winning lineup went to Jay Moore, 3903, who had Framber, who actually got lit up. And I don't know if you've seen the controversy out there saying that he potentially crossed up his catcher. But that whole situation is pretty interesting. If you have not, go watch the videos. Dallas Braden did a nice breakdown of it. I'm sure John Boy probably has as well. Stack-wise, 4-man White Sox. It was definitely a stack we were on, but we were worried about that weather situation. Then a 2-man Giant stack, 2 one-offs after that, 228.9. Then the DraftKings perfect lineup. We had Severino, we had Fried, 2-man White Sox, 2-man Angels, and some 2-off Yankees and 1-offs. Almost using all the salary. 248.8 was the perfect lineup score, and the winning lineup went to the Mish, who won by a little over 3 points. They had Darvish, they had Fried. Darvish was chalky, didn't do much, but it didn't stop the Mish, who also had Fried, who was low owned and in a decent spot. They had a White Sox stack, 5-manner, and one-offs after that. Good old Devers continues to provide. Now, let's get into today's slate and see what we can uncover. We will start on DraftKings with our high-owned pitchers. Thank you guys all for joining us. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe to videos. Helps a ton. Just helps us, gain a little traction in the algo. Our high-owned pitcher is Robbie Ray, 29%. I am totally off Robbie Ray. I think his ownership will probably come in a little lower, but I absolutely hate the spot. We have a 1.5-star alert score on him. Coors, obviously not very pitcher friendly. The matchup is okay versus Colorado, but it is in Coors, and the ball flies. There's more runs scored, and then let's check out what Ray has done in Colorado. Earlier this year, 4 innings, 2 earned run, 2 walks, 5 Ks. Last season, 6 earned run, 3.2, or sorry, 2022. 2019, didn't go long enough to really care. 4.2 innings, 4 earned runs. He just has a history of not being very good in Coors. Now, there's limited data over the short term, but I just don't trust that, one, he's going to have his control. 2, that the ball is going to stay on the ground. He does allow a ton of fly balls, and if that movement is not there for his pitches, he's going to get lit up. He's allowing a lot of hard contact, a lot of barrel balls. I just can't do it at high ownership, and Colorado has a history of doing well versus them. I'm off Robbie Ray. If you want a little bit, by all means do it. I'm going to have very little in my 50 lineups. I probably only have, 2, 3 of him, I think, at most. I'm not going to have much at all. George Kirby, 9,500, 16-point projection, 28% owned versus the Rays. Now, Kirby is a very good pitcher. He is much better at home than away. This game is away. He has a 3.4 FIP over both time frames, 24% K rate over the longer, and a 22% over the last 5 starts. His StatCast data is great. Only issue here is the Rays have been hitting righties decently. 264 average, 195 ISO, high WOBA, not striking out a whole lot. All in all, it's an okay matchup. I don't mind some Robbie Ray. Pitching today is very, very tough. And that's the reason pretty much that Robbie Ray is going to be higher owned. Not in a great spot, but he is clearly one of the better pitchers on the slate. I'm going to get some Robbie Ray. It's hard to get away from him on this slate, honestly. Next, we got Will Warren, 23% owned, 8K. Warren has some upside, but he's in a tough spot versus the Astros that can hit. 4.08 FIP over his last 20, 4.9 over the last 5. K rate mid-20s over the last 20, but 18.8% over the last 5, which is tough. Mello have a few Horton bounce back at home. I don't mind Horton. The one issue with Horton that I find today is that he allows a ton of fly balls, and that wind is going to be ripping out at Wrigley today. So with his hard contact rate, with that fly ball rate, I am a little worried he could get lit up, but he's been pitching super well over the last 5 games. Definitely have some interest on him. That's just my one worry with him. Back to Warren. He's allowing a lot of hard contact, a ton of barrel balls. I think Houston probably gets to him, but all in all, it's not an absolutely terrible spot. He is also averaging 32% less fantasy points away. I'm fine if you want to get to Warren. I'm probably going to go elsewhere a little bit. I will have some, but not super heavy on him. Zebby Matthews has some solid upside, but you got to deal with a erratic mid-4 FIP guy with a 26% K rate who's allowing probably too many hard contact balls and barrel balls. Does a home run or 2 happen? Probably. Now, the thing with Zebby at this price, if those happen when nobody's on base and it's just solo shots, he probably has a decent game. We pretty much are going on that. If he is allowing guys on base and the home runs come with guys on base, he's not going to be optimal. It's all about if they're solo shots or not. Now let's get into some pivots. Man, I think we might have a Cy Elder day. Now, this is a guy that 4.65 FIP over his last 20, 4.18 over the last 5. Not a ton of upside at an 18% K rate, but it is in Wrigley. Winds gusting out. At least he keeps the ball on the ground with 57% fly ball rate and averaging 93% more fantasy points while away. Opponent splits, they're okay. Cubs haven't been hitting well well lately, and it does look like Tucker will probably be out of the lineup today, which definitely makes the lineup as a whole look a lot worse. Not much BVP data. All in all, at 6,500 on a very bad pitching slate, I'm all right with a little Elder. We'll touch on Horton again just because we already did with Mello. This is where I say he has been very good over the short term. 2.83 FIP with a 28% K rate is elite. 3.86 over the last 20 is solid too. He has been a good pitcher, but 49% fly balls. I worry about the wind with Horton, but I do like him as a pivot. The only other thing is he's only averaging 70 pitches over the last 5 games. So he's going to have to be efficient and work deeper into the game on limited pitches. And with this fly ball rate, I think just a lot has to go right there. It's the only reason I have not liked him as one of the pivots. Now, Ryan Berger, 7,500. Another guy, low force FIP, 22% K rate. He allows a lot of fly balls, but at least it is not in a park where wind matters quite so much with gusting winds. All in all, I'm fine with some Berger. He has limited upside, but he's in a good spot with a team that's striking out a lot. Now, Mike Trout was a late scratch yesterday. If he misses again tonight, that makes this lineup look much, much worse. I'm definitely interested in this. Eddie, what is going on, buddy? Yes, please smash that like and, comment, all that stuff. Help us out a little bit. Combined K rate, 25% on Berger. I think he's in a very interesting spot. Definitely like him. Jose Quintana, I honestly hate using him as a pitcher, but pitching is so bad today. At least there is some consistency with him. Now, Philadelphia can absolutely rake lefties, so I don't love the spot, and he's not been great at home. But 20 out of a guy at 7,100 could be enough today. Pitching is just bad. Last but not least, 7,700, Aaron Nola. He's been terrible. 7.02 FIP over his last 5, but we know he's a much better pitcher than that. And a 4.62 FIP over last 20 at the 26% K rate. While he's been bad and he's in a very tough spot versus Milwaukee, we know who he is over the longer time frame. And with that, I'm willing to take some shots at 7,700, even in a very tough matchup. It's just this pitching slate is so bad. We're going to have to take some shots somewhere. Now, get over to pitchers on FanDuel. Berger, Kirby, too high owned. I do prefer Kirby. Probably going to have a decent amount of him just because today's pitching's rough. I also will get to some Nola. I'll get to some Berger. And then I might do a little Elder or, maybe a little Elder and get a little wild. It's going to be just pitching's really hard. Zebby, I do worry about with his pitch count. Also, at least though, lately it has got into the 90s. So that quality start bonus is, an option. So I don't mind getting to some Zebby, just don't love the 9,300 price tag. I was a little bit lower. Eddie, I am going to do NFL Showdown this afternoon for Thursday night. And then on Friday, I will cover it for Friday afternoon. I will cover the main slate. Now, let's get over to some stacks. Check out what we got here. Our high-owned stacks of the day is the Giants. Yes, I am going to do them live. Probably the NFL show, probably right around 3 Pacific time today, and not sure when I'll do the Friday NFL one yet. Just a ton of research go into that one, but we'll probably try to do it the same around 3-ish. So now high owned stacks, we got Giants 100% owned. It's a 8-game slate. That's not too bad. There's plenty of ways to get different on pitchers. Giants are in a fine spot. Herman Marquez has been awful. That bullpen is awful. I'm absolutely fine getting to some chalky Giants. I'm going to have some. It's going to be hard to get away. Now, the one thing I do got to say is there are a lot of bad pitching matchups today. So there could be another team, easily that scores 10, 12 runs that is not in Coors. So I don't mind getting different today as well, but Giants do project very well and look like they're in a great spot. As do the Yankees as our highest projected stack versus Jason Alexander. Trigger State, what is going on? Thank you for showing up. Definitely have some interest in the Yankees versus Jason Alexander. However, Jason Alexander has been pretty good lately. 4.02 FIP over his last 5. Not great, and the splits are definitely in the Yankees' favor, so I do have some interest, but Alexander is a little bit better than most think. Giants also popping up, no surprise there. Our highest value stack, we got White Sox versus Debbie Matthews. He allows hard contact. He allows fly balls. Absolutely makes some sense to have some White Sox. Some of these guys been on fire. Colson Montgomery keeps hitting home runs. Kyle Teal is solid and been on fire. Definitely have interest in White Sox once again today, where they won us Slates yesterday. Royals. Love the Royals today. Not scared of Caden Dana whatsoever. And this Angels bullpen is awful. I'm going to have a lot of Royals. Highest ceiling, we got Yankees, and highest leverage, Tampa Bay versus Kirby, Milwaukee versus Nola. While I like Nola, I'm going to have a ton of Milwaukee as well. That offense has just been too good, and they keep getting it done while Nola has been bad. That bullpen behind Nola isn't all that great either. Don't mind getting some. Houston popping up versus Will Warren. They could definitely pop a couple home runs off him, so I have some interest. Now our highest team totals of the day before we wrap it out. We got Giants at 6.3. That is a huge difference than anybody else. So the best hitting weather. The interesting thing about the hitting weather today is there is situations like Wrigley where it might be kind of a late start and play type situation. Temps aren't elevated, but winds are blowing out hard, probably around 15-ish miles an hour when the game starts. And that wind really plays up in Wrigley, and it's blowing out to right field. That is probably the best hitting weather, even though the temperatures aren't super elevated. Then it's also 80 degrees in St. Louis with 5 to 10 mile an hour winds blowing out till right. Colorado, 81 degrees, and the winds just going cross field. So, but you do have a little bit warmer temperature, the warmest on the slate, or second warmest on the slate, with Tampa Bay also at 82, pretty much no winds there. So there's actually okay hitting weathers kind of across the board on this slate. Not one that way sticks out above the rest, but I do like the home run potential in that Chicago game. Now, getting back to implied run total, 6.3 for the Giants. KC is at 5. Love the spot for them. Love the spot for Colorado at 4.7 versus a pitcher that has struggled in Colorado in Robbie Ray. Minnesota at 4.7 versus Gomez. Gomez just got absolutely lit up, and that bullpen's not that bad. Not that good. I'm fine getting to some of them. Jason Alexander is giving up a lot of hard contact. With that, you got to have some interest in Yankees, who hit a lot of home runs. Milwaukee at 4.5. I mean, 7.07 FIP is pretty much all we got to show. And then a poor bullpen behind him with a 4.41 ERA. Philly versus Quintana. Quintana is not that great of a pitcher, but he is frustrating to stack against because he generally only gives up 2 to 4 runs, which just isn't enough unless they're able to get after that bullpen. which the bullpen is solid. So I don't love the spot. Seattle versus Hauser, don't mind a little bit. A's versus Liberatore, again, 80-degree temps, winds blowing out, makes some sense, but that bullpen is decent. Cubs versus Elder. I don't mind some here. We know Elder can get lit up, but he does keep the ball on the ground a little bit. Now, if that is not happening, it's going to be a home run derby for the Cubs, so I don't mind a little bit. Now, Cade Horton and, lowest implied total on the slate, but the fly balls, are there for the Braves. I don't mind some Brave stacks with that. I think it's an interesting spot, a nice little leverage spot, as the White Sox, I believe, the same. That's going to do it for us today, guys. Wish you guys the best. Let's make some money. And please come join us at LineStar. It's the best time of year. Talk to you all later. Let's win some money. Thank you all. Peace.